It feels like a long time since we had that severe weather, which created all those potholes in roads up and down Britain. Last year's frost and snow, though, are still taking their toll.
Well, a survey is now suggesting it could take up to 11 years to clear the backlog of repairs needed in England alone. Mark Worthington has more.
The race is on to patch up the potholes. In the last year, they're thought to have cost local authorities in England and Wales £90 million. And even after a mild winter, there's a backlog on a huge scale.
It is a dream that we are going to get rid of all of them, but I can assure you we're trying our utmost best, and I think we're winning the fight.
It's still a bumpy ride for drivers. As quickly as they can be filled in, more holes are appearing. The local government association says councils are chasing their tails trying to keep up. In Leicester, they've fixed 4,000 potholes since last May, and the city's leaders say they can't do it alone.
I predict we'll see roads in crisis condition across the country because of those winters, because of hot summers. The government needs to act now. These cuts in local government budgets when it comes to roads maintenance are a real false economy.
Campaigners for government action say what's causing the problem is far from superficial, and that roads are crumbling because for years they've been given first aid, when what they really need is surgery. The Department for Transport says the amount of money councils get to look after their roads is increasing over the next few years. But it also accepts that there's an ongoing need for road maintenance that can't be fixed overnight. In the meantime, councils across the country are smoothing over the problem as best they can. Mark Worthington, BBC News, Leicester.
With us now to discuss the problem of potholes is the motoring journalist Maria McCarthy. Hello, Maria. Welcome to the programme. So if we're getting first aid on these potholes and we need surgery, what is going to happen if there's no money?
I think it is a problem because at the moment what's happening is everybody's like running around like Keystone Cops, you know, patching up here, patching up there. And actually what really needs to happen is to have planned road maintenance, actually completely resurface the roads, and for councils to be given money by government to just sort it all out, you know, money so they can plan 5 years ahead.
I mean, the winters are worse in other countries in Europe, and they don't have the sort of potholes that we have, do they?
Exactly. Well, I think partly that's because they plan ahead better and put more money into road maintenance, partly because a lot of roads in Europe don't have as much traffic as us, and also we've got particular climate conditions, which is freeze-thaw, where the water goes into the pothole and then it expands and freezes and makes the pothole bigger, and that process goes on, and so you end up with this big crater in the road.
Maria, where do you stand as a driver when you hit one of these potholes and you're thinking, there goes my suspension? Can you get your insurance to pay out on it? Or can you blame the council?
What's meant to happen is if it's a local authority road, the council should pay compensation. If it's a major road, like a motorway, then the highways agency should. But of course, what you need a lot of proof. So if that happens, instantly, pull over, photograph your car, photograph the pothole. You've got to gather a lot of evidence, and you've got to fill in a lot of forms in triplicate, and you've got to be quite persistent to get compensation. But there are websites out there that will help you and guide you through the process.
OK. Maria, thanks. We know you're coming back a little bit later on, and there's probably going to be a lot of people writing in about this issue. It's a big one. Thank you very much. See you later. Maria McCarthy.
23 minutes past 6.